People have to wonder, where does Sunny Hostin get her opinions?
Yeah.
Like you said, it's obviously from her husband. She has to tell her what to say on The View, because without it, she's got nothing up there. She's not very bright. But the problem with her is that she went full.
Sunny Hostin, known as a fiery and polarizing voice on The View, has built her reputation on unapologetically championing issues like racial reparations and identity politics. Her bold opinions and unwavering stance on racial justice often command attention, exuding a moral authority that demands to be heard. However, Sunny recently found herself caught in a scandal so steeped in irony that it could easily be mistaken for a plot straight out of a Hollywood drama. The controversy erupted during her appearance on PBS's Finding Your Roots, where celebrities uncover their ancestral histories with the expertise of renowned genealogist Henry Louis Gates, Jr. Fans eagerly anticipated another poignant moment, one where Sunny's personal heritage would seamlessly mirror her passionate activism for racial justice. After all, someone so outspoken about systemic oppression surely had a family history that fueled such convictions, right? Wrong. What Sunny unearthed on the show wasn't just surprising, it was downright shocking. This jaw-dropping revelation sent both Sunny and the internet into an uproar.
Sounds like a town. We're in Sunny Hostin. She was on PBS's Finding Your Roots, a show dedicated to researching celebrity ancestry. For context, Sunny is a staunch supporter of reparations and has made a fortune spewing nonsense about white privilege and racial justice. Well, turns out she's not as oppressed as she claims she is. She's actually the descendant of...
Yes, you read that right. Picture the scene. Sunny sitting across from Henry Louis Gates, Jr., eagerly anticipating the discovery of her family's rich and meaningful history. But instead of a heartwarming tale of resilience, she was hit with a revelation that felt like a freight train. Her ancestors weren't the marginalized figures one might assume for someone so passionately engaged in conversations about equity. Instead, they were complicit in one of history's darkest chapters. This revelation left Sunny visibly shaken, her world upended, while social media erupted with reactions ranging from disbelief to outright mockery. The bombshell reignited fierce debates about morality, activism, and the complexities of personal histories. What happens when the past doesn't align with the platform? Sunny Hostin, a vocal advocate for reparations and an outspoken critic of slavery's enduring legacy, discovered that her own family had directly benefited from the very institution she condemned. Her reaction was unforgettable: shock, discomfort, and an awkward battle to maintain composure. Her initial response? A blink, a pause, and a hesitant confession. "I didn't think my family was originally from Spain or slaveholders." The words stumbled out as though even she struggled to believe them.
I'm a little bit in shock. I just always thought of myself as Puerto Rican, half Puerto Rican. I didn't think my family was originally from Spain and slaveholders.
Yeah. So how are you feeling, my friend?
I think it's actually pretty interesting that my husband and I have shared roots.
Yeah.
So I do appreciate that. And I think it's great for our children to know this information. I guess it's a fact of life that this is how some people made their...
The tension in the room was thick enough to cut with a knife. An awkward silence lingered, making time feel frozen as Sunny grappled with the bombshell revelation. Viewers could almost hear each other collectively holding their breath. Ever the professional, Sunny tried to regain her footing, muttering something about how the discovery might make for an interesting tidbit for her kids. But no witty remark could erase the undeniable irony of the situation. The damage was done, and the internet was just getting warmed up. Unsurprisingly, Fox News seized the golden opportunity. Greg Gutfeld didn't waste a second, delivering one of his sharpest jabs with perfect comedic timing. Sunny Hostin's ancestors were slave owners. That's like finding out a vegan secretly owns a barbecue joint. The studio erupted in laughter as Gutfeld gleefully dissected the irony. But he wasn't finished. He doubled down, highlighting the glaring double standard in Sunny's public persona. Known for harshly criticizing others for their past misdeeds, she suddenly found herself in an uncomfortable spotlight. The moral high ground she frequently occupied began to look shaky. Gutfeld quipped, "Next time Sunny plays the race card, on The View, someone's bound to remind her. At least we're not slave owner racists." The revelation sparked a firestorm, reshaping public perceptions of Sunny. Heated debates erupted about accountability, hypocrisy, and how much personal history truly matters. Greg's punchline, though lighthearted, struck a nerve. He highlighted what many found unsettling: Sunny's apparent lack of accountability. Instead of reflecting or acknowledging the gravity of her family's history, she casually dismissed it as just a fact of life. As expected, the internet went into overdrive. Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok exploded with reactions ranging from clever to downright savage. One viral tweet proclaimed, "Sunny Hostin finding out her family were slave owners is the plot twist of the year." Memes were relentless, with one popular post showing Sunny's face captioned, "Reparations, let me write that check to myself real quick." While some fans defended Sunny, arguing she shouldn't be held accountable for the actions of her ancestors, others weren't so forgiving. "It's not about blaming her for what her ancestors did," one commenter explained. "It's about the hypocrisy of shaming others while ignoring the skeletons in your own closet." The controversy exposed deeper tensions between activism, accountability, and personal history, igniting endless conversations online. Greg didn't stop with Sunny either. He used the opportunity to critique identity politics as a whole, arguing, "It often oversimplifies complex issues." "A lens of empathy doesn't mean erasing context or nuance," he asserted, suggesting that a singular focus on race sometimes leads to situations like Sunny's, where the narrative backfires spectacularly.
Of empathy. Debate highlights ableism in politics. Pat Fetterman can do for disability what Obama did for race.
Say what?
See, because when all else fails, use identity politics. But MSNBC's Lawrence O'Donnell went a step further. His elites are so isolated, they've forgotten that most Americans don't get paid to sit in a comfy chair pontificating about everything all day. Nope, some of us are cameramen whose names I don't know. But maybe one day when we finally strip away this phony race war, it will finally expose this elite mentality. And we'll find out Sunny is just like Marie Antoinette, except she says, "Let me."
Even Rosie O'Donnell chimed in, pushing the discussion further. "This is what happens when you focus so much on race," she stated. "You lose sight of the individual, the context, the nuance, and eventually, it backfires, just like it did for Sunny." O'Donnell emphasized the value of personal responsibility, adding, "It's not about who your ancestors were, it's about what you do today." The fallout from this revelation has left a lasting impact, reigniting fierce debates about hypocrisy, activism, and the complexities of history. And for Sunny, the scrutiny shows no signs of fading. For years, she built a career by holding others accountable for their family histories. Now, however, the tables have turned, and it might be time for her to take a long, hard look in the mirror. This bombshell raises a difficult question. Should someone like Sunny, who often condemns others for the actions of their ancestors, be held to the same standard? Or is simply acknowledging the past without letting it define you enough? Greg's panel had an absolute field day dissecting the irony. One co-host quipped, "If Sunny's been shaming descendants of slave owners, does she now have to shame herself?" Another chimed in, "It's hilarious how deep she is into identity politics, yet she didn't even know her own identity." The punches kept coming, while the internet joined in with relentless jabs, but not everyone was just laughing at Sunny's expense. Some critics noted that this could have been a transformative moment for her. Instead of dismissing it as just a fact of life, she could have used the revelation as a springboard for a meaningful conversation about the messy and uncomfortable realities of history.
Lot, but that's only because they keep talking. Those hens are always clucking. They get to say stupid stuff for an hour every day, and then I get to say stupid stuff for an hour every day, except on purpose. But every now and then, one of those dingbats inadvertently says something that reveals modern liberal thought so perfectly, it deserves further study. You know, like a weird serpent that washed up on the beach, and you
Don't forget to smash that like button and hit subscribe to stay updated on the latest Hollywood gossip, celebrity drama, and jaw-dropping twists. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.